What's up with it? It's your boy Vibe with Big Heavy Podcast. I'm back with another story out of San Francisco. Robbery turned homicide. We gonna get into it, see what's going on.
About an arrest in a deadly attack on a San Francisco shopkeeper during a robbery. San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott and the DA, Brooke Jenkins, this morning confirmed the arrest of 22-year-old Santos De La Rosa of Hollister. He's charged with murder, robbery, and assault. De La Rosa suspected of beating the six.
See, that's what I be trying to explain to these youngsters, man. A simple robbery can turn into a homicide real quick. I don't know what type of robbery this was, or if it was a robbery, or what him and the clerk had going on. But if that's the case, robberies never turn out good. Let's get into it.
60-year-old Richmond District store clerk with a baseball bat on August 24th. Johannes Tawaldi died several days later. Investigators identified De La Rosa as the suspect, then arrested him yesterday in Hollister.
We as a community should be outraged at the death of Mr. Tawaldi, that he was simply at work that day, that he was simply doing his job, trying to make sure that people had access to goods in a community, and he lost his life. He did not get to go home because somebody decided not only that they would steal from the store, but that what they were taking was worth his life.
De La Rosa is set to...
Yeah, that's kind of sad, man. You go to work, somebody come in your business and beat you with a baseball bat. I don't know what's really going on. But these youngsters today, man, they wildin'. Alright. What's up with it? It's your boy Vibe with Big Heavy Podcast. Home of the Gorillas. Back with another news story out of Oakland, California. As y'all know, every major city, every major state, it's been a lot going on. Not just major cities and states. Everywhere. It's been robbing, killing, shootings, carjackings. Everything been going on. So I'm just here to hit y'all with a couple of the stories. And let's see what's going on.
Officers have been going from scene to scene, shooting to shooting since Friday night with no end in sight. Two of these cases ended with men losing their lives in different parts of the city.
I heard her scream, call 911, so, I ran out. My neighbor over here had ran over.
Barbara Boctor heard her neighbor yelling for help shortly after 6 Sunday evening. She and others rushed over to this home near 11th and Pine Streets in West Oakland's Lower Bottoms area.
He was still alive. We were trying to help him. We're looking for gloves.
The man died at the scene. Oakland police say he was shot and killed by a home invader.
See, that's what I be saying. These youngsters running around with all these switches and these machine guns, just loose, and they need money. They don't have nothing to do in these cities. There's nothing for the youth to do. It's no activities. It's no programs. It's like basically they on their own. But what they don't know, these home invasions and robberies will turn into a homicide within seconds. Let's go.
Though saddened, Boctor says she appreciates the officers' quick response.
OPD came so fast, and I was so impressed and so happy with that, to be honest. It was 2-3 minutes. They showed up, they jumped in.
I heard what I thought was a shot, and it seemed really close.
Ayodele Nzinga lives next door. She says she supports a broad-based approach to stemming the violence.
Something needs to be done, and it needs to be done in a holistic manner.
She says she's heard the calls for more police and even the National Guard, but she's not so sure that would work.
You can't police what's walking amongst us. It is something that is created, unfortunately.
Now that was kind of deep. You cannot protect yourself from stuff that's among us, people that's among us. You never know who the criminals are. How can you police something that you don't even know need policing? I guess that's what she was getting at. I respect that. I ain't never heard it from that perspective, the way she put it, actually. But let's get back into the story.
By us.
Hours later, at about 3 Monday morning, officers responded to a shot spotter activation at a homeless encampment near 22nd Avenue and East 12th Street. Police were flagged down and told that a man had been shot many times with a rifle. The victim died at a hospital. Since Friday night, officers have also been responding to other shootings across the city that did not end in deaths. At about 12:45 Monday afternoon, police responded to a shooting at 19th and Foothill Boulevard in the San Antonio neighborhood. The victim was found at the hospital and is expected to survive. Oakland police are asking anyone with information on any of the recent violence to give them a call. Mike?
All right, let's hope.
Man, I don't know what they gonna do to clean up these streets, man. It's too many guns, not enough money, and not enough activities for the youth. We gotta do better, y'all. See you on the next story. With it, it's your boy Big Heavy from the Vibe with Big Heavy podcast. Today I got a story out of Chicago. Like I say, I don't never check these stories before I, do the news report on them. But we gonna figure it out together and see what's going on. Let's go.
Overnight, a teenage girl was stabbed to death in the heart of the Loop near Van Buren and Federal. Police say the 17-year-old got into a fight with another woman who used a knife to stab the girl in the chest twice before running away.
Wow, that's crazy. 17-year-old fatally stabbed. Like, what? I don't understand, man. To the parents, what are we doing with our kids to where our 17-year-old daughter is outside and being stabbed? I don't know the story. Finna get into it. Let's go.
The teen was taken to Northwestern and pronounced dead shortly afterwards. No arrests have been made.
Okay, we just left Chicago where the 17-year-old little girl was stuck and passed away downtown Chicago. Now, I'm in Detroit where a video captured a gas station dispute that turns deadly. Let's see what's going on.
All right, our other top story tonight, startling green light camera footage played in court today showing how a Detroit homicide developed from start to finish.
Yeah, it even includes a mystery woman who provided the gun. Let's get over to Sean Lay to help walk us through that video. Hey, Sean.
Damon, Kimberly, let's get right to it. Judge King, Kenneth King at 36th District Court saying, in his opinion, it's a clear-cut case of premeditated murder, all caught on camera. Video played inside 36th District Court Judge Kenneth King's courtroom shows all of us from start to finish how disputes start, how many times deadly decisions are made as opposed to de-escalating intense situations. Green light cameras capturing 34-year-old Ricardo Williams arguing with 32-year-old Desmond.
Now, this what I don't get. Everybody know it's already cameras everywhere. But yet, you want to fight with somebody inside the gas station. Let's get into it.
Nelson, where eventually the cameras capture Nelson being shot dead. It happened July 23rd at a gas station on McNichols in Detroit. Judge King describing the senseless shooting this way.
I don't think there's a clear definition of person premeditated if I've ever seen one.
But where did Williams get a gun in the middle of an argument? A woman in yellow known as Blossom gets out of a car, gets a gun out of a trunk, and gives it to Williams.
See, I understand your woman want to be down, but you always got to let your lady know if you not in real deadly danger at the moment, she need to stand down and let you move. Because me being in that situation, I know I got my weapon in the car. I'm going to try to get as close to my car as possible. And my girl will already know to pop the trunk from the inside, just saying. But let's get back to the story.
Williams telling DPD he never had a gun during the argument, and the woman he only knows as Blossom was there to hand him a gun.
Listen, Blossom,
she's already in trouble because she's not supposed to have a gun at all, and she knows that. She's okay with that. Okay?
Because we have her on video getting a gun out of the trunk of the car.
Back here live following this very closely, the woman has no connection to the argument, but provided a gun allegedly to commit this murder. This case has been heading.
Hold on. She don't even know the people. She just got in somebody's business she ain't had nothing to do with. She don't know this man. She just provided the weapon. And guess what? Now she a co-defendant. Stupid games get stupid prizes. Let's go.
Now being moved on to trial. The woman in yellow with the gun, we're told, will also be charged. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Wow, Sean, so much.
That story took a turn. I thought they was together, but like I say, America is wild right now. Let's go. We done been to Chicago and Detroit. Now we finna see what's going on in Florida.
Now know what motivated a deadly shooting at an auto shop in Largo yesterday. Investigators tell us the suspect was a disgruntled customer. Both he and the shop's owner were killed after exchanging gunfire. Fox 13's Josh Cassio is live outside Stout's Auto where it happened. Boy, this seems extreme. What else have you learned about this, Josh?
Right, Linda, Largo police say this case really dates back 2 years ago to 2021 when a customer came here to Stout's Auto, got a service done, apparently was so unhappy with it that he waited roughly 2 years and for some reason decided yesterday he was going to come here and exact revenge. Largo police say 78-year-old Eugene Frank Decker got a service done in 2021 on his car, didn't like it. And then came here yesterday asking for the owner. When the owner, Jody Stout, identified himself, they say Becker pulled out a gun and started shooting. Police now tell us the owner, Stout, pulled out his own gun and fired back. Both men, unfortunately.
Hold on. I understand you could be hot-tempered and angry. And maybe I'm just a little older now. But come on, man. You gonna shoot the repairman? But the repairman was ready. He wasn't playing. Let's go.
Were killed. Here's what the chief told us yesterday shortly after this happened.
Officers responded, and once they got on scene, we located 2 individuals that had been shot, had gunshot wounds. Several other individuals that were employees from the business fled from the area, but there were 2 victims of gunshot wounds remaining on scene.
And again, we would learn both of those men were killed in that shooting. Police would later determine Becker was a former customer of Stout's who was still upset over a service he received in 2021, believing he was overcharged. Police say that, combined with a recent bout of depression.
See, I can't say I feel where partner was coming back way from 2021. But I kind of understand, like, sometimes stuff can happen to you in your life that can bug you for a long time, especially unsettled problems. And being robbed or feeling like you was robbed, bullied, or took advantage of, that's going to always sit on the back of your mind. But I feel he did go a little too far with this one. Let's see what's going on. Let's get back at it.
Caused him to go looking for revenge. That's why they say he came here yesterday afternoon, asked for the owner, and then started shooting him. Tonight, several friends of Jody Stout, the owner, spoke off camera. They called him a great guy, a family man, and of course they are still incredibly shaken up and shocked by what happened yesterday. Seemingly to him, it was completely out of the blue. Linda.
See, man at work, blue collar, at work, vying for his family, and a 2-year-old dispute turned into a homicide. You guys, you gotta pay attention out here, be careful, cause ain't no telling what can happen. We left Florida, now we in New York. A couple coming from the wedding was minding their own business and was attacked. Let's see what's going on.
His friends say he was one of the best, most moral people you could ever know. And now he's dead, stabbed by a deranged stranger while waiting at a bus stop with his girlfriend after they attended a wedding. Les Trent reports it was all caught on video. And we should warn you, this is intense.
They went from having a great time at a wedding to suffering a brutal knife attack. Ryan Carson and his girlfriend were still dressed in their wedding finery, sitting at a bus stop.
Now look, two people coming from a wedding, sitting at a bus stop, minding their own business. See, this is what I be saying though. Not to be funny or nothing, but some people think it's just sweet outside. You coming from a wedding at a bus stop. I don't play with the bus stop. I don't play with the Uber situation, none of that. You gotta be on 10 at all times. Let's go.
When a stranger walked past them. It was 3:50 in the morning as they strolled down the block on their way home. The deranged man began kicking over parked scooters and screamed, "What the blank are you looking at?" Victim Ryan Carson stepped in between the unhinged man and his girlfriend, trying to protect her. But the stranger goes berserk, taking a swing at him. Ryan tries to push his attacker away and run, but trips over the bus bench. As the madman stabs the 32-year-old victim, his girlfriend pleads for mercy.
As Mr. Carson lay dying on the sidewalk, the male with the knife kicks him in the chest, threatens to stab the woman companion, and spits in her face.
A woman can be heard yelling off camera.
Brian!
She appears to know the assailant and calls him Brian.
I'm so sorry. Go watch him. Go watch him.
Police today say that they are closing in on their suspect and that he is 18 years old and works at a school in Brooklyn. Ryan Carson suffered a fatal stab wound to his heart. Today, he's being remembered as a compassionate community organizer.
I'm a political organizer and policy analyst from Brooklyn, New York.
Friends gathered to remember a life gone too soon.
I was absolutely in disbelief.
Ryan Carson was
another youngster, 18 years old, with a job and working at a school. What could he have possibly been going through? We don't know. But rest in peace to the brother who passed away. But a good thing he got that dude away from his woman. Back in Florida, another crazy news story. Let's see what's going on.
A preteen boy is under arrest after police say he shot two of his football teammates. It happened after a game on October 2nd. The Apopka police in Florida released this video of what they say shows the shooter going to his mother's vehicle, pulling out a gun and firing, striking two other children. According to the arrest report, witnesses say the victims were...
Hold on. This dude ran preteen, another youngster, run to his mama car after the game, grab a gun, and shoot another youngster. How bold are these kids these days?
Picking on the shooter, which police have yet to confirm. However, they say the video appears to show one of the victims chasing the shooter to the car. The report also states they were fighting over a bag of potato chips. Police say both victims were struck by bullets, one in the back. He was taken into surgery. The shooter was charged with attempted homicide without premeditation. None of their identities are being made public because they are all minors, but reports say the
over a bag of potato chips, he shot another kid. Good thing the kid living. He was shot in his back. Let's hope he's not paralyzed or, something like that. But what I did see, and at the end of the day, another youngster is going to jail for a long time. So it's two youngsters who caught the bad end of the stick. But did y'all peep how the mother instantly chased him down to retrieve the gun? Now, We know she wasn't with it. Maybe he went in there and took her weapon and just started shooting, because you know Florida, everybody can carry guns. Matter of fact, in Florida, that could be stand your ground law, though. They charged him. He might beat that, because they did say one of the youngsters was chasing him to the car. So I'm going to try to get some more on this and do a full show on this alone. And we going to get down to it. More news in Chicago. Family of four found shot to death at home. Let's see what they talking about.
A family of four was killed inside their house by someone outside of their household, but they don't believe that the public is in danger. Romeoville police say a man, woman, their 2 children, and 3 dogs were shot to death sometime between 9 p.m. Saturday and 5 a.m. Sunday in the 500 block of Concord Avenue. The deceased are identified as Roberto Rolón, Zoraida Bartolome, and their children. Police did not give their names or ages. Police say Rolón did not show up to work Sunday, and that caused family to call authorities, who made the discovery at 8:43 Sunday night.
A member of the family did not show up for work at 6 a.m. on the morning of Sunday, September 17th, and did not respond to phone calls throughout the day, resulting in family members becoming concerned.
Police shut down the street for the investigation, removing several pieces of evidence, including a computer hard drive. More than 12 hours later, neighbors still did not know if they were safe in the neighborhood.
Terrified, because, you don't know, because they're not letting you know what's going on. And it's just scary. I don't want to, freak out too much because I have a kid, but, you never know what's going to happen.
Due to the time frame that has gone by, more than 18 hours from the time we were contacted, we are not asking anybody to shelter in place. We are not actively looking for anybody in the area.
Romeoville police ruled out murder-suicide. Neighbors say the family lived there only a few months.
Okay, so at least we know the family didn't do the suicide thing. But see, this is just an example of how much stuff is going on in our streets and in our communities. It's so many different situations and different things going on that you got to be vigilant out here. You got to keep your head on the swivel at all times and just protect you and yours. Catch you on the next one.